In this video, I'll be helping you with the Aleks problem type called solving a right triangle. In this example, we're solving for this right triangle, and we're given one of the interior angles is 50 degrees. It's a right triangle, so the other is 90. We'll be trying to find the measure of angle A, but then looking at the sides, we're given one of the sides is 21. One of the other sides is A, we'll be trying to find that, and the hypotenuse, C, is also unknown, so we'll be finding that as well. I'll start by looking just at the angles. Since this is a triangle, we know that the three interior angles must add up to 180 degrees, and since A is the only unknown angle, I know that A plus the 50 degrees, the one on the top, plus the 90 degrees, the sum of those three must equal 180 degrees. From here, I can simplify. These two angles added together is 140 equals 180. And then solving for A, I can subtract that 140 degrees over, giving me the angle A by itself on the left is equal to 180 minus 140 is 40 degrees. So we've identified this angle A as 40 degrees. That was our first question. And now we can turn our attention to the sides, and this is where we'll need to use the trigonometric ratios. And we can do this from the perspective of either the 40 degrees or the 50 degree angle. Just since it's in the left-hand side here, I'll work from the 40 degrees and recognize that if I'm looking for A, which is the opposite side of the triangle, and I know that 21 is the adjacent side of the triangle, then opposite over adjacent is tangent. The tangent of 40 degrees is equal to the opposite side, which is that little a, over the adjacent side, which we know is 21. This gives us something to work with because the only variable here is A, and we can isolate for A by multiplying both sides of this equation by 21. Canceling on the right, we have A equals 21 times the tangent of 40 degrees. From here, we can use a calculator. I use Desmos here, putting in 21 times the tangent of 40, being sure that I am in degrees. We get the measure of angle A is that 17.621 and so on. However, the instructions were to round to the nearest tenth. So rounding to the nearest tenth place, behind the 10th place is a 2. So I will round down to 17.6 being the measure of A. We were not given any units, so I'll just put 17.6 as the length of A. And then for C, to find the measure of the angle C, since C is the hypotenuse, if I want to continue working with that 40 degrees, I know the adjacent and I'm looking for the hypotenuse C. So cosine gives me that ratio. Cosine of 40 degrees is equal to the adjacent measure, 21, over the hypotenuse, which we don't know but is labeled here as C. We can solve for C by first multiplying both sides by C to remove the C from the denominator. And then to finish solving for C, I would divide both sides by the cosine of 40. This will cancel, leaving me C equals 21 divided by the cosine of 40. Again, using a calculator. Here I've used Desmos again, 21 divided by cosine 40, being sure that I am in degrees, gives me this 27.4135 and so on, rounding to the nearest tenth. The 10th place has a 1 behind it, so we would round down C is equal to 27.4. So writing that in here, 27.4, we have found the missing angle and both missing sides.